You said that barriers to entry. You said a lot of really interesting qualities of companies very quickly in a sequence of statements that took like less than 10 seconds to say. But some of them were fascinating. All of them were fascinating. So you said barriers to entry.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know if there's a type of moat protecting of the competitors from stepping up to the plate?
I mean, the most difficult analysis to do as an investor is kind of figuring out how wide is the moat,
Mhm.
how, how much at risk is the business to disruption. And we're in, I would say, the greatest period of disruptability in history, right?
Mhm.
Technology, a couple of 19-year-olds can, leave whatever university, or maybe they didn't even go in the first place. They can raise, millions of dollars. They can get access to infinite bandwidth storage. They can contract with engineers in low-cost markets around the world. They can build a virtual company, and they can disrupt businesses that seem super established over time. And then on top of that, you have major companies with multi-trillion-dollar market caps working to find profits wherever they can. And so that's a dangerous world in a way to be an investor. And so you have to find businesses that it's hard to foresee a world in which they get disrupted. And the beauty of the restaurant business, and our best track record is in restaurants. We've never lost money. We've only made a fortune, interestingly, investing in restaurants. A big part of it's a really simple business. And if you get Chipotle right and you're at 100 stores, it's not so hard to envision getting to 200 stores and then getting to 500 stores, right? And the key is maintaining the brand image, growing intelligently, having the right systems. Now when you go from 100 stores to 3,500 stores, you have to know what you're doing. There's a lot of complexity, right? If you think about your local restaurant, the family's working in the business, they're watching the cash register, and you can probably open another restaurant, across town. But there are very few restaurant operators that own more than a few restaurants and operate them successfully. And the quick service business is about systems and building a model that a stranger who doesn't know the restaurant industry can come in and enter the business and build a successful franchise. Now, Chipotle is not a franchise company. They actually own all their own stores. But many of the most successful restaurant companies are franchise models, like a Burger King, a McDonald's, Tim Hortons, all these various brands, Popeyes. And there it's about systems. But the same systems apply whether you own all the stores and it's run by a big corporation, or whether the owners of the restaurants are sort of franchisees, local entrepreneurs.
So if the restaurant has scaled to a certain number, that means they've figured out some kind of system that works.
Yes.
It's very difficult to develop that kind of system. So that's a moat.
A moat is you get to a certain scale and you do it successfully, and the brand is now in the understood by the consumer. And what's interesting about Chipotle is what they've achieved is difficult, right? They're not buying frozen hamburgers getting shipped in. They're buying fresh, sustainably sourced ingredients. They're preparing food in the store. That was a first, right? The quality of the product at Chipotle is incredible. It's the highest quality food you can get a serious dinner for under $20, and eat really healthfully and very high quality ingredients. And that's just not available anywhere else. And it's very hard to replicate and to build those relationships with, farmers around the country. It's a lot easier to make a deal with one of the big, massive food producers and buy your pork from them than to buy from a whole bunch of farmers around the country. And so that is a big moat for Chipotle. Very difficult to replicate.
And by the way, another company I think you have a stake in is McDonald's?
No, we own a company called Restaurant Brands. Restaurant Brands owns a number of quick service companies, one of which is Burger King.
Burger King. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's been a meme for a while, but Burger King is great too, Wendy's, whatever. But I usually go McDonald's. I'll just eat burger patties. I don't know if you knew you could do this, but a burger patty at Burger King can do this. McDonald's, it's actually way cheaper.
They'll just sell you the
patty, and it's cheap. It's like $1.50 or $2 per patty, and it's about 250 calories, and it's just meat. And despite like the criticism of memes out there, that's
pretty healthy stuff.
It's healthy stuff. And so the healthiest I feel is when I do carnivore. It doesn't sound healthy, but if I eat only meat, I feel really good. I lose weight. I have all this energy. It's crazy. And when I'm traveling, the easiest way to get me is
So
that.
you go to McDonald's, you order 6 patties.
Exactly. So there's this sad meme of me just sitting alone in a car when I'm traveling, just eating beef patties at McDonald's. But I love it. And you got to do what you love, what makes you happy. And that's what makes me
Okay,
happy.
we'll have Burger King feature in it. What about flame broiled? What's with these fried burgers? We got to get you to Burger King, grilled burgers.
Wait, is this like fast food trash? I didn't know. I don't know the details of how they're made. I'm not.
You
I'm
should.
not. I don't have allegiance.
I think we
to
got a chance to
McDonald's.
switch you to Burger King.
Great. We'll see. I'm making so many deals today. It's wonderful.